So today I'm cooking confit salmon. I'm also going to use the aniseed to make a nice sauce from. So I'm going to have a beautifully cooked piece of salmon, and in my sauce I'm going to use lots of aniseed. I think the aniseed flavours goes well with fish, so I think the pairing is pretty good. Just need to make sure that I get some good flavours and don't overcomplicate it too much.
Oh, you got that fillet clean off.
I think the dish today that I'm cooking definitely relates to the food dream that I have. I could see myself serving this meal up in the gastropub that I'd like to have, and I'm hoping it's enough to keep me out from being eliminated. So I've just backpacked my salmon fillet. I put it in olive oil and just some salt and pepper, and nice and simple. I'm going to cook that at 50 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm pretty happy with where I am. I've got my salmon in the sous vide machine, and I next get onto my sauce. I'm just adding some offcuts of the salmon, and then I'm going to put some prawn heads and some prawn shells in there as well. I really want this sauce to be very flavoursome, so it's really important today that I balance it and season it well, because I really want the aniseed flavour to come out. I think the balance in the sauce is the biggest worry. I need to make sure that the aniseed doesn't overpower what I'm going to cook, so I think that's really important to get the flavours of that spot on.
Smelling great, Lee. Really, really good.
Smell the aniseed as well. On your Lee.
I'll take my fish out of the sous vide machine, and the salmon is cooked perfectly.
Go, Lee.
It's strained my sauce. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it tastes, so my sauce is ready to go.
Go, Lee.
I've learned from yesterday's cook that I need to tie a dish together. So in the pantry, I've seen some really fresh tomatoes. They look great. Just prepping some tomatoes that I'm going to roast in the oven to get some nice sweetness from them. They should be sweet and juicy and full of flavour. Then hopefully it will tie it all together. It's a bit daunting walking into the judges, but at the same time, I really think I've fulfilled the brief today. There's a lot of aniseed in my dish. The salmon is perfectly cooked. Ingredients hopefully are paired well together. I think I've definitely hit the nail on the head.
Lee, what have you cooked?
So I've done confit salmon and a aniseed beurre blanc. I'm pretty confident with the flavours of aniseed and the salmon. I think there's a lot of it in there, so hopefully it all goes well together.
First elimination. Are you surprised to find yourself in it?
I am surprised in one way to find myself here, but in another, the way I cooked yesterday just wasn't good enough. There's some great cooks in the competition and some serious quality there that they know a lot about food.
Have you got it? Have you got what it takes?
Look, I think I do. I think I have good knowledge of food, I have good technique. It's just about finding my food, I think, is the most important part.
That dish, choice of plate's fantastic, and that dish is 1,000 miles away from what you did yesterday. So it's great to see you just, calming down. It's hard in this kitchen and putting up something that looks as classic and beautiful as that. So we know it looks good. Let's hope it tastes good as well.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That, it's just so beautiful.
Nice. I think we all felt that yesterday was a bit of an aberration for Lee, and that reminds us of the dish that Lee put up in auditions.
Yeah.
And it's great. And the hardest thing for anyone here to do is start finding your voice. And if this is Lee's voice, it's like a classically trained opera singer.
That is a beautiful, beautiful plate of food. It does exactly what you want it to do. Power of that sauce, like it's crustacean-y, it's fishy, tons and tons of flavour.
Once you explode that tomato, you've got this more intricate, interesting, yummy flavour.
And you know what? The challenge was the salmon and aniseed, and that combination is all across this dish of wonderful food.
I think I'm going to make a confit salmon and tempura salmon belly today. I think I'll do the coriander and coconut in a sauce, just sort of playing around with different ideas.
I think salmon's going to be really popular among the others today. Such a great, versatile protein, so healthy. I'm not surprised it's the best-selling ingredient, but I'm going to take mine in the Thai-style direction.
So much bench space.
I know, right?
On face value, you look at this mystery box, best of the best week, some lovely ingredients, loads of opportunity, but it's not as simple as it looks.
I have half a dish. I don't know.
I can think of a lot of recipes. I'll make meatballs. Oh, but I don't have any bread or anything to lighten them. I might make a pasta. Oh, I've got no cheese. I might do some with the salmon, but I've got no lemon. So it's a weird one. The most familiar ingredients they've seen in a mystery box, but actually one of the hardest ingredients to meld the flavours together. To put up a delicious dish, I think the danger is you're going to find stuff missing in so many of those composition dishes.
I'm going to make some... That's a good question. Bit of a mixed bag of ingredients here from Coles. Don't really know what to think of them. My eyes are automatically drawn to those strawberries. I'm thinking, okay, I can do a sweet with that. On the other hand, I want to do a savoury just to get myself back into that rhythm of things. Then I look at the salmon, I'm like, oh, I can really push some flavour into this one. I'm just kind of, my head's still back in sweet week, so I'm trying to adjust.
Have you finished with your pen bonies?
Yeah. I'm just getting some colour on the offcuts of salmon so I can get a little broth going. I'm going to make a confit salmon with some crispy noodles in a coriander and tomato Thai-style broth. Developing flavours in that broth is really tricky with the limited amount of ingredients we've got. Usually I'll use a stock or something that's pre-made, but we don't have any of that, so I need to make it with water, coconut cream, the coriander, even the onion powder. I can get in there and develop those flavours really gradually. No pressure test, just that want and desire of being in that top spot. You can't hide in top 10. Even any little mistake, the judges are going to pick it up. You just really need to give it your best.
Ishka, you're on fire at the moment. What are you cooking?
It's something that my husband would love to eat.
Yeah.
He loves the clean flavours. He loves confit salmon, blanched tomatoes, coriander. Very simple. I might introduce juice of strawberry to make a salad with tomatoes.
If you're going to go with something with some clarity, great idea, but pump some flavour in.
You've got vinegar.
Yep. Thank you.
Good stuff.
George, Gary, you still owe me a hug.
A hug?
You promised me you did. You never gave it to me.
No, so hugs are easy.
I don't have my family around. I'm a very touchy-feely person, and my family always had the faith in me. They said, Mom, you're gonna go all the way. We believe in you.
Welcome to the top 10. Congratulations.
If I get tested, that's a huge tick for me today.
Derek,
Hey guys.
tell us what you're going to cook.
So I'm going to do an egg noodles with a coconut, coriander and tomato broth and crispy skinned salmon in the oven. And I'm going to potentially poach these in the broth or fry them. I'm not sure.
It's a difficult mystery box to get your head around, but there's lots of things you can do to add flavour to what will be a very, very simple dish.
Just think about that.
I'm looking at these ingredients. I haven't cooked a savoury in a while. I don't know what to do. Today my dish is salmon and noodles in a tomato and coriander broth. After the guys came by, I need to maybe think of something else that I can add to the dish to boost the flavour. I'm looking at the mystery box. I'm really going to have to work out how I can maximise the flavour from the ingredients that I've got in front of me. I've got a bit of spare coriander, so I might do a bit of a coriander oil as well, just to try and pump in some more flavour. Now that I'm in the top 10, I want to prove that I can really push flavours out of small amounts of ingredients. I'm roasting off 2 tomatoes. I don't know what it's going to do to the broth, but I feel like if I can bang in some more flavour, that will really add to it.
My dish is a confit salmon with some crispy noodles in a coriander and tomato broth. Once my oil's at 45 degrees, I just place the salmon fillet into the oil to confit. I move on to rolling out my noodles. It's really tricky doing these 2 things at once. I don't want to take my eyes off the salmon because if it gets too hot or too cold, the confit is just not going to work. But I also know that I'm under time pressure. I need to get these noodles done.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, guys.
What's the dish?
Confit salmon with a Thai-style broth. Got fish I didn't use caramelised to make a bit of a stock.
You won't get a lot of flavour out of the salmon itself. And you don't really have the aromatics.
I know.
You're not going to get a lot of flavour, are you? And a lot of confit salmon. It's going to be interesting on our confit salmon comparison.
Yes. Looking around, there are quite a few confit salmon dishes. I really need my broth to help me stand out from the pack. A perfect Thai-style broth, it's got sour notes, it's got sweet notes, it's salty. Only 3 dishes are going to be tasted, so it's really going to come down to those fine details.
20 minutes. My confit salmon is well and truly on track.
My salmon skin is done. Now I have to come up with something innovative to grab attention of the judges. I'm going to try something new. I reserved a bit of skin and I use soda water to make a tempura from the salmon skin. Also, I'm going to have a play with strawberries and tomatoes, make a strawberry vinaigrette and marry it with tomato and coriander salsa.
Anushka, you're looking organised.
Yes.
Have you tried strawberries and tomatoes together?
They're both fruits, so I'm hoping that they're going to go together. I would like you to taste it and tell me.
You want advice for a judge?
Yes.
Trust your palate. Gee, it's going fast. Just 15 minutes left, 15 to go.
My inspiration today is to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm going to do crispy skin salmon with a tomato consomme and a coriander oil. Got to make sure that tomato consomme is nicely clarified and clear, and the fish is perfectly confit and not overcooked.
I'm making salmon dumplings. I've smoked the salmon to add that flavour.
Great, nice.
Got the crispy skin for the crispy element. I've got a broth going, balance it out with some vinegar and sugar and coconut cream.
You're going to balance before you put the coconut cream in?
No, I'll put the coconut cream in and I'll balance it out.
Just give your palate the chance to make the right decision.
Yes.
Tomato slices done, confit done, salmon stars, crispy salmon skins done. What next? Pasta.
10 minutes to go.
Come on, come on. Derek, you become invisible and I love it. How do you do that?
Yo.
How's our little broth going?
Broth's going well. I want to finish off with some coconut cream.
Try. How much flavour's in there?
Yeah, pretty good right now.
Don't forget top three.
Yes, Matt. I will have to get on to salmon. But with the salmon, if I poach it, it might shrink or it might contract. And so I'm thinking maybe the best way to cook it is actually to pan fry it. I've been burnt before when I served barramundi with Rick Stein, and it was raw inside. Today, I don't want that to happen.
MasterChef peeps! 5 minutes to go! Come on!
Let's go.
At this moment, the confit salmons look really good. The tomato broths look really good.
Good noodles.
There's some great noodles. A lot of the dishes, they're going to now throw coconut milk in them. They're going to lose the freshness. They're going to lose the acidity. I reckon you've got 10 great dishes and everything will come together or fall apart probably in those last 3 minutes.
I've got my confit salmon, that's done.
My salmon looks really silky in texture. I take my noodles quite far. I want to guarantee that they're crunchy. And I've also made a coriander oil just to add that extra flavour. There's minutes to go and I'm finishing off my broth. I'm just not happy with it. I need some acidity, but I don't have any lemons or limes. I don't want to take that easy path of using vinegar. It's not going to give me the balance that I want. I'm just really worried that I don't have what I need to save this broth. I'm looking at these ingredients. Then I realise I've got more tomatoes. And they can be really acidic if you use just the tomato seeds and the tomato gel around the seeds. It's going to give that brothy acidity that it needs and a beautiful umami flavour as well. I'm straining my broth and it's such a beautiful colour. I just hope it's got that perfect balance if I'm tasted.
We're just tasting the 3 best dishes. You got 3 minutes and sure it's one of yours. Come on, guys.
Let's move it.
Come on, guys.
Don't overcook that salmon.
My worst nightmare.
I was going to poach the salmon, but I've decided to pan sear it.
Looks good, Des.
Practice. I think the noodles are good. And the coriander oil is going to reinforce that coriander that's in the tomato and coriander broth. To be one of the top 3 today, this broth needs to be spot on. Yum. I'm a bit surprised about the amount of flavour I've been able to draw out of these very few ingredients. Like, it actually tastes quite nice.
Final Duchess! 2 minutes to go!
Should I have a strainer?
I've got one.
Thanks, bro. I'm really happy with my strawberry compote. It's got a beautiful, jammy, acidic flavour. This goes done. My coriander coconut cream ice cream is definitely pushing the boundaries for a sweet, but that's what I'm all about.
Delish.
I've left my second batch of Dutch bread pancake in the oven for as long as possible, but I have to start plating up. I've got to get it out. Ooh, hello. Looks absolutely amazing. It's puffed up on the sides and it looks perfect.
30 seconds! That's all you got! Come on!
My salsa and vinaigrette, strawberries, tomatoes, it might be a little bit out there, but I'm trusting my palate. I'm happy with the confit salmon, crispy skin, tempura. Hopefully that's going to be good enough for the judges to notice and test it.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Step away from your benches.
Well done. To go. Good.
Hey, that looks good, man.
Okay.
Well, this week's all about the best of the best, and we'll only be tasting the 3 most appealing dishes. First dish we'd like to taste belongs to Anushka.
Blade everywhere.
Anushka, what's your dish?
I made confit salmon with crispy skin, tempura crisp up skin, strawberry vinaigrette with strawberry and tomato coriander salsa.
Wow, what do you reckon, Gaz?
It looks really tasty. Nicely cooked, beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Beautiful. I do like that. This dish relies very much for me on the freshness of the tomato and the coriander oil. And the salmon is perfectly cooked. And I really love that tempura fish skin too, of that salmon skin. It's different.
Tempura fish skin is yum.
Thank you.
Against that delicious salsa, I love the acidity in there, little pop of sweetness from the strawberries, why not? No wonder your husband loves this.
Deliciousness is a function of flavour times texture. And with that crispy skin, the tempura skin, and all that sweet, sour saltiness going with salsa, it's absolutely delicious. The roll continues.
Thank you.
Well done, Anushka. Well done, Anushka.
It's just a great feeling. I've got this confidence and the doubts are disappearing little by little, and I'm hoping that I can keep the momentum going.
Thank you. It's gorgeous.
We'd now like to taste Derek.
So happy to be caught. It means I've been able to switch my mind off Sweet Week. It's a sense of relief. The colour on that broth looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
What will make me even happier is when George cuts through that salmon and it's cooked perfectly.
Salmon and noodles in a tomato and coriander broth.
With a coriander oil.
I'm curious, with that much colour on the salmon, you're thinking, got to be overcooked. But
God, that bit scares me.
Oh, Derek.
Hey.
Good man.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Perfectly cooked salmon. I mean, just spot on.
The dish is delicious and it looks pretty. This is going to be a hard one to beat.
This is a really clean dish that still has bags of flavour. That kind of tomato hitting the broth to make it super delicious. And the coriander oil tastes the coriander rather than the oil. The toastiness of the salmon with the noodles is delicious. You've done so much in your 60 minutes. Last week, I think we thought you'd smash dessert, but you wobbled. You almost went home, and I think dishes like this prove to us that you deserve to be in the top 10. You're back, baby.
Keep it up.
Well done, Derek.
Well done, Derek.
Congratulations, that's amazing. Well done.
And the last dish we'd like to taste belongs to Nicole.
I am so happy. I haven't been tasted in so long and I've put so much into this dish.
That looks good.
Very good. That looks spectacular.
Confit salmon and a tomato coriander salmon broth with crispy noodles and coriander oil.
I love the fact that you and Derek have done kind of the same elements but in different ways.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be the battle of the broths and oils, isn't it?
Personal taste is going to come into play. What are you looking for, George, with the perfect confit salmon?
Well, it's just got to break apart.
Look at that.
Wow.
It's good. Really good. That's really good.
Oh, man. That actually makes me quite weak at the knees.
Oh, stop.
I mean, confit salmon isn't the easiest thing to do. That confit's cooked to perfection.
Thank you.
The broth has got so much flavour in it.
It's almost like chicken soup, isn't it? It's just there's something warming and nutritious and lovely about it. You get those warm flavours of tomato, there's a little bit of acidity, there's some depth in there, and then you get the salmon. It's just very, very good cooking.
Absolutely love the broth, and you've out-brothed Derek for sure. Absolutely love the use of those noodles. You've taken them quite far, but when they start soaking up the broth, they become spectacular. But there's one thing in my mind that holds you back. I do love the toastiness of dried salmon. So I'm torn between yours and Derek's dish. But either way, it's fantastic. You put up a spectacular dish I know these two boys absolutely love. So well done.
Thank you so much. It's so nice. Thank you.
I haven't won a mystery box. I can't believe I've out-brothed Derek. I feel on top of the world.
I take a step back and clear my mind. I think of Lauren for inspiration. Bang, crispy skinned salmon.
Ooh, Brett's got the fish.
Oh, nice salmon you have there, Brett.
Lauren loves salmon, and it's something that we always cook together and then sit down together and enjoy. It's a huge relief to finally get started on a dish.
Go, Brett, go!
Brett at the front, he's picked something really simple, the salmon. The problem he's got is he doesn't really have a clear idea, other than the salmon, what the dish is. He's just assembled a bunch of ingredients and hopes that at some point it will start making sense, and that doesn't always work.
No.
Looks good to me. Keep going, you've got it, Brett. Keep pushing, you've got this. There's certainly a lot of pressure down there. All three of them are fighting. They're all doing amazing. I just want to, give them all my support and cheer them on. But, I'm proud of them. They're doing well.
Come on, Brett.
So I'm doing the crispy skinned salmon. I've just salted the skin just to draw out the moisture so I can get a nice crispy skin. I know the crispy skinned salmon will be the hero of my dish. Now I just need to find something to pair it with.
What are you making with the carrot, Brett?
Puree. Yes. I know the creaminess of the carrot puree is going to complement the salmon perfectly.
Good job, Brett. It smells good.
Does it smell like carrots?
It smells like amazing carrots. Bugs would be proud.
But it's still not a complete dish. I walk over to the pantry and I see the pistachios. I've got the mint and I've got the tahini. I know that I can make a great Middle Eastern pesto out of this. Okay, let's think.
What are you thinking, Brett?
I'm going to incorporate the tahini and the mint together.
Yeah.
I want to keep it a bit fresh.
Yeah, just give it a go, Brett. You can do it.
It's actually really nice. Surprised myself even.
Well, it's a dish in motion, isn't it? Every 5 minutes there's another idea. Huh?
Finally, my dish is coming together and I'm feeling in the zone.
That's it, Brett. You got this. Good. Hustle, Brett. Hustle.
Come on, Brett. I spent the first half of this cook fluffing around looking for ideas, but I managed to refocus and use Lauren as inspiration. So I've got some really nice elements on my dish now and it's coming together, but it's still missing something.
So if Lauren was here right now, what would she say about this dish?
I think she'd be pretty excited. This is kind of all flavours that happen in our kitchen.
Right.
But I had a bit of trouble kind of coming together with the concept.
Yeah, because you kind of got lots of bits here. I mean, I would suggest you'd be saying clarity. Clarity is your friend. I would go, okay, well, here are the 6 flavours that are going to go together. Do that thing where you look at crispy, crunchy, creamy, sour, sweet, you know, all those elements, all that enhance that fish. I think that'd be Lauren's advice. Don't give up all the stuff you've done and how far you've come in 2.5 years for 5 minutes of lack of clarity. You know, you've done so much. This has been such a cool thing for you.
Yeah.
How's the deal?
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
I look down and see the ingredients that I'm using and I realise this is quite a Middle Eastern dish. I've got the spicy carrot puree, pistachio pesto, and the crispy skinned salmon. But it needs something crunchy to tie this dish together. I think a crispy, crunchy chickpeas, it's one of our favourite snacks at home. I just want to roast them nice and hot so they come out really crunchy. If they're undercooked, they're going to be really, really pasty, and if they're overcooked, they're going to be burnt. Really excited. I've found my last element, and I think it's going to work really well. I'm feeling pretty confident and can't wait to get my salmon on and just get that cooking, and then everything should come together. The crispy skinned salmon is the hero of this dish. It's really important that I get that crispy skin. I want it to be perfectly cooked all the way around and I want it to be nice and pink and juicy through the centre. I really need to nail it. I've cranked the heat up really high so I can get this salmon skin super crispy.
Turn it down, it's too high.
Brett's started pan-frying his salmon. I'm a bit concerned that he's leaving it in that hot pan for just way too long.
Just careful how hot that is, Brett. Control. That fish is going to cook so quickly.
I know he wants his skin really crispy, but if it's overcooked, that could send him home.
I guarantee you, if you don't pay attention to that, that is going to overcook. Guarantee you.
It's so important to nail this salmon, but there's so many things that could go wrong. It needs to have the crispy skin, it needs to be cooked evenly, and it needs to have that moist pink centre.
Move, Brett, come on.
I have to watch this salmon like a hawk. There's absolutely no room for error. Oh, yeah. I think I've got this spot on. Beautiful, nice and crispy. That's I couldn't have asked for anything better than that, really.
Good work, Brett.
A few minutes to go and I get my chickpeas out of the oven. I may have left the chickpeas in the oven for a touch too long, but Lauren and I like them super crispy and I hope the judges do too. The one thing that I do have clarity on is the plating up. I know exactly what I want it to look like. I know that I want to have the smear of puree, I want to have the crispy skin, and then the other elements scattered across. Kind of like a beautiful crispy skin comet. Gentlemen.
It was a dish that took some time to come to terms with, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did a little bit.
But you had your own fridge, you had your own pantry. I mean, you should have had 100 ideas pop into your head. What was going on at the beginning?
100 ideas pop into my head. That was the problem. There were some things where I kind of went down a bit of a track, and then I realised that I didn't have some of the ingredients to finalise it, and I lost a bit of clarity. If this is the dish that sends me home today, it'd be devastating.
What is the dish?
It's a crispy skinned salmon with cumin carrot puree, pesto of pistachio, mint, and oven roasted chickpeas.
Yesterday you made a mistake. Is this dish a redemption?
I'm really happy with this dish. Lauren and I like to roast the chickpeas up and eat them as snacks at home. So I had her in mind when I made it, and something that I was really happy with.
Brett, it's time for us to taste. Thank you.
Good, George. Thank you. Thanks, man.
All right, boys, well, let's kick it off. First sort of tasting in here. What do you reckon?
I like the idea of a spiced carrot puree with roasted chickpeas. Not a bad combo of flavours.
Flavours all make sense. Yeah. Judging from where Brett was 20 minutes to go, he's done a very good job.
Yeah, it's cooked nice. Right, let's taste.
Things I like, the cooking of the fish, the flavour of the mint, and that buttery carrot puree is a really nice accompaniment.
I think he's cooked the salmon really, really well. So as a pressure point, as something that we were watching him do and thinking he could get it wrong and could be the thing that sent him home, I think it's a good dish.
Well, not just the cooking, but even that skin, you know, it was crisp, and that's fantastic at this early stage in the competition. Yeah. It just goes to show us he's got touch.
Just making a bit of a Japanese-inspired salmon tartare, actually. Ponzu granita and wasabi caviar. Me and the family love to eat raw fish, so I wanted to do a take on that for my dish.
Good job.
I've taken on a lot today. Preparing the fish is really time-consuming.
Come on, Callum. Okay, come on, don't leave it now, Callum.
As well as I've got the air, the caviar, the sorbet and the tuile. Couple of pots. This is wasabi and soy to make the wasabi caviar.
Watching Callum is just incredible. I can't believe he's only 18 years old. You're smashing it. I cannot believe how many elements and techniques he's putting onto this dish.
So I'm making the wasabi caviar.
Yeah, good job. Perfect.
This is the sort of stuff you usually only see at a top restaurant.
Callum, maybe a chill. Come on. Come on, and you're fine.
A lot of things on the go. This is a yuzu air. So when I've done it at home, it's been an hour on the dot, so I suppose that would be something that's scaring me a little bit.
Callum has said he can get this cook done in exactly an hour.
Get your ponzu. It's all right, Callum. Focus, mate.
An hour in MasterChef goes so much quicker than an hour at home.
Callum, do I have?
I hope he hasn't taken on too much today.
I don't know if he's going to finish in time.
A bit stressed now.
He's going really well. He's just got to watch his time because he's only got like a little bit left.
So the dish I'm making is a Japanese-inspired salmon tartare. Oh, I'd love an apron today. I've taken on a lot today. For me, cooking's about going hard or going home, so I've got to create something that will wow the judges. Is this going to fit in the oven? Woo. Every element, they're all just as in the limelight as each other, so there's no half-hearted business going on here. For me, the wasabi caviar just adds a little bit of a punch.
It's all right, Cal, you got this. You'll be fine, Cal.
The air brings about a citrus flavour to the dish.
Go, Callum!
And I wanted the ponzu sorbet to give contrast to the freshness of the fish. Oh, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Callum. Wow.
Oh, to get an apron today would mean the world to me. It would just be something that, I don't know, best thing ever, really.
Alan, welcome.
How are you?
Nice to see you. So tell me, is this more exciting or more challenging than doing one of those exams?
Way more exciting, I can guarantee you that much. Just as challenging, if not more challenging.
Yeah.
But the outcome's worth it.
So what's this dish? Because obviously it looks like it's something that should be an Italian restaurant, but I suggest it maybe has got a bit of a twist on it.
Yes, so it's Japanese-inspired salmon tartare with the ponzu sorbet, the yuzu air, and then there's a bonito and nori tuile.
Ooh. Can we go and watch this?
Yeah. You're what, 18 years old?
18, yeah.
What do you think about the future holding?
I love theatre.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to own my own restaurant that implements theatre through food. That's why I love Heston so much. So through molecular gastronomy and that sort of stuff and weird and quirky ways of presenting things is something that I'd love to be able to do and experiment with.
That's great. Wow.
Is everything you do kind of crazy molecular, or do you cook other stuff as well?
I cook other stuff as well. So I love modern Thai style foods. Long Grain is one of my favourite restaurants, has been since I was little. And their take on modern Thai food is something that I love.
I like when you say when you were little. You know.
Have you ever tried cooking it yourself?
Yeah, actually, I did a pop-up restaurant when I was 15, and I did lots of the Long Grain style food for that. My grandmother has breast cancer, so I wanted to raise money for breast cancer and support a good cause.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's
You
close
like
to
a,
heart.
you like a bit of child prodigy. I really hope this tastes good.
What cuts did you use in the tartare?
I just used the top side of the salmon.
Okay, great.
Clever boy.
Good stability in that foam, George.
Very good. What are the little pearls?
They're wasabi caviar.
And you made that?
Yeah.
Don't even think about it, Callum.
What's your name again?
Callum.
No, your full name?
Oh, Callum Smith.
I'm going to say this, Callum Smith.
Yeah.
Callum Smith. Everyone is going to remember that name.
Big time.
Because that is sensational cooking.
Thank you.
There are so many raw fish dishes in restaurants all around Australia and around the world right now, right? Still, that is an absolutely standout dish because what it does to your palate. It is just all over the place. It's fresh, it's zesty, saltiness there's sweetness in there.
It looks like such a quiet, unassuming dish, but the flavours are just absolutely booming. That punch upon to the kind of the bright fragrance of the tartare is beautifully prepared, wonderfully cut. That crispy wafer is genius. I think that is just delicious. You've used sweetness in there, which is great to see in a savoury dish. Gee, you've got an amazing future. Amazing.
I'm going to make a confit salmon, roasted tomatoes and tomato tea. I have chosen to go with oil because I like to confit things. Once I filleted my salmon, I place it into sous vide bags along with olive oil, salt and fennel fronds and move on to making my tomato tea. The salmon's finished confiting. It looks really good. I'm really happy with the tomato tea and confit tomatoes, and I'm so proud of my efforts. Did confit salmon with a tomato tea and parsley oil.
Is it going to flake apart beautifully?
I hope so.
Oh, I reckon it's...
It looks beautiful.
I reckon it's going to be perfect, to be honest.
Well, that salmon just kind of slipped apart at the threat of the knife.
Use of oil, fantastic. Cooking the salmon inside sous vide with oil, great. You've used all that pulpy tomato, and I think why not? Because there's so much flavour there. And you've done such a great job on that tomato tea.
Well done.
You're doing great, everyone. Good work.
I've chosen my favourite salmon green round one because I just want to get in and out of this kitchen today. I'm trying to put all my eggs in one basket and hopefully just nail the cook.
Yeah, good one.
Good job. So today I'm making soba noodles with Japanese-style broth and a flaked salmon on top. So it is soba noodles with a Japanese-style broth.
If your idea was to take your favourite ingredient and make sure you weren't in the bottom four, you've given yourself every chance.
So I'm busy making the dough for my crisp bread. This is going to be with a beetroot and gin cured salmon, as well as the macadamia, sprinkling them over the top. So it's a bit on the go, but I'm feeling really happy.
I'm starting to get worried. You're running out of time. There is so much to do. And just 20 minutes left. Come on, guys.
What have you cooked?
Beetroot and gin cured salmon with goat's cheese, creme fraiche, beetroot and macadamias. Just roasted and sprinkled on top on crisp bread.
Cool.
I think it's great. Cracker's crispy, all the flavours are good. The saltiness of the creme fraiche is fantastic.
They're flavours that, you know and love. Creme fraiche, salmon that's been lightly cured, and little chunks of beetroot. Macadamia nuts are amazing. Great job. Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.
Your order here.
Lovely salmons. Yes.
All right, let's take this off so we make sure we've actually got everything.
Herbage.
Our order arrives and we quickly check it and get the meat and the vegetables into the fridge.
Lamb fillet. So it's what we thought?
We get straight on to prepping the salmon dish. I'm making the buttery miso sauce.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi.
What are you making?
Starting with the stock for the salmon. So that hasn't got any miso in there yet, but that'll take some miso and then emulsify with the butter.
You've got some flavour in there already, haven't you?
Yes.
Good.
Trying.
It's all about flavour.
Yes, exactly.
2 salmon, away. Listen.
Yes, Marco.
2 salmon.
Yes, Marco.
3 chowder.
Yes, Marco.
How long? Quickly, come on, push. Push.
Plating up, I'm taking my time, just making sure that this dish looks really, really beautiful on the plate.
How long, ladies? How long? How long? How long? All these customers want to be fed.
Marco is yelling out orders at us.
Just give me these 3. Just give me that I can send. I've got food going cold.
4 salmon, this, that, the other.
How many salmon do you need?
Well, I'm waiting for 2 salmon. Then you're sending it to table 13 and table 3 to catch up.
I am so panicked right now that I can't remember any of the numbers. They're going in one ear and straight out the other one.
3 chowder, 3 salmon. I'm just going to send it. If you can't keep up, then you can't keep up. Go with that, go with it. It's not fair that the customer gets cold food because the red team are slow.
I am just absolutely drowning right here.
If you don't wish to listen to me, that's fine.
I do, Marco.
Table 13
Yes.
and table 3's chowder has gone.
I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I can't remember anything that he's telling me. It's insane.
Quickly, quickly, quickly. I'm still waiting for the 3 salmon for 34.
I don't know what needs to go right now. I have no idea. Otherwise, I'd be doing it.
Didn't he just say?
Marco's yelling at me numbers. I can't remember the numbers for the tables.
I want 1 salmon to go with my 3 chowder.
Yes, Marco.
Otherwise, I'll be sending the chowder blitzo.
I don't know what's going on.
You're falling behind, red team. Red team, you're falling behind.
Yes, Marco.
Not because you can't cook, because you don't listen.
2 salmon, Marco.
They're on the pass, they're on the pass. Thank you very much.
There's 70 diners out there, and I really don't want to let Marco down, so I need to push through and get these beautiful salmon dishes onto the pass.
You need to figure out a new system then.
Can you tell me when, like, a minute and like just over a minute before you're ready to put them up? Can you tell me so I can do this?
Yep.
I want to win today. I want to go through to that finals week.
What are you giving me? 2 salmon.
2 salmon, 30 seconds.
Okay, I want 2 beef and 2 chowder in 30 seconds. Yes?
Yes, Marco. We've got a much better system now and we're getting dishes out faster. We just got to keep going and get through service.
Quickly, 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 quickly,
Wipe that
quickly,
plate.
quickly.
Sorry,
There we
Marco. I need
are.
to wipe that plate.
I'll wipe the plate.
Thank you, Marco.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Gee. Thank you. So what we got here? Atlantic salmon with Pippi's radish peas in a miso emulsion. What do you reckon on the look of it?
Very pretty. Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of sauce. I love that golden brown on the skin. Looks crispy.
You've got the sugar snaps, you've got the radishes. I think it's pretty well.
Butter and radishes.
Yeah, perfect.
Good French combination, that's for sure.
Oh, wow. Beautifully cooked fish.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's really good.
That's really lovely.
And those peas are so sweet against the uber bubbly sauce.
The positive is, it's all positive. You know, the fish is cooked beautifully. Love the flavour of that sort of lightly touch with miso butter sauce.
Yeah.
Good choice of vegetables.
Yeah.
Really, really good dish.
It's also easily identifiably French as well, which is nice to see. Sophisticated, delicious, and lots of butter.
Crispy skin.
Very crispy, perfect. Eat it like a chip. What can be better?
Good start from the red team.
I've got the red team's Atlantic salmon. It's got a miso emulsion. I've never had a miso emulsion before. It's jam-packed full of flavour. I love it.